All right, who we got here? We got Megan, or is it Kristen? Who's going? I think Kristen decided to go. All right, I know you saw this already right after skiing, Christmas Eve, but I figured you just may want to look at it again. Snow was tricky. It was kind of a wet snow coming down, but clearly got to widen the feet a little bit. Hard to get the top of the turn, good pressure and good angles on the skis, and the feet are that close together. Same there. Really quite close together. We got to keep more of a consistent hip width throughout the turn and the transition. That's the kind of width we want right there. And you, for some reason, just narrowed it to that. So let's keep this width. I talked about, hey, skiing like a cowgirl. Obviously, we're not looking to be bow-legged, and we don't want you to be that wide like a cowgirl. But if you do try to exaggerate it a little bit, maybe you'll get to this width. I don't expect you to go super wide, but try to get there, and maybe you'll, we tend to not do as much as we're really trying. Looked like good width there, but then the inside foot looked like it went way forward and tightened up the width. I want to see some space between the knees. All right, we have no space between the legs at all until now. Now we're looking to have matching angles. You obviously inside foot's a little bit flatter than the outside. We got a little bit of divergence and scissoring. Let's really transfer the weight to the new outside ski and after direction done in the transition. Move along that ski, tip them up, pressure the outside ski, move inside the turn, that forward diagonal movement. Kind of better width there, but inside ski is really flat. Really tough to move the hip in with the inside ski flat. Inside ski flat tends to be under us and got weight on it and kind of locks you up. Can't really move inside the turn. I know it was slow. All right, so you can kind of see here, kind of back seat, right? We got no ankle flexion. We need to get those shins to be this kind of angle to match your back. So we got to pull the feet back and really get in the front of the boot. Whoops. All right, so you can see really back seat. We obviously don't need that much of a lead change. Your inside foot is way too in front of the outside. Half a boot length is the most, and we've got to move those elbows in front of the torso at this point of the turn. Really in the back seat there. You do have good ankle flexion here, but nothing here. If you had pulled it back, the foot back, you'd get that good ankle flexion in both. It's tough to get moving on this stuff. But in any event, so let's try to think of, let's get you in the picture, there you go. Try to think of keeping a consistent hip width throughout the turn and transition, right? So we can move forward along that new outside ski that we have transferred the weight to in the transition. Roll them both up, get parallel shafts to the shins. We want your little toe down on the inside, big toe on the outside. Move inside the turn. Pull the inside foot back and get those elbows in front of the torso. I know that's a lot. I just rattled off, but let's try a couple of those things at a time and we'll build from there.